Hey everyone. Yes, we're having a fire tonight. Why? Because we want to. Anyway, I'm going to go over. Excuse me. Now I got smoke coming in my face. I'm going to go over my sighting I had yesterday. Um, Myself and Wayne, and I'll introduce you to Wayne here in a second. Um, he was grilling some hamburgers on the grill on the back of one of the pickup trucks, and I happened to look up down the road, and I saw a black mass go by really fast. And before I was going to say that, it absolutely was, the forest person, we had to do the recreation, so we ended up doing that this morning. The only other thing it could have been was a raven flying sideways with its wings stretched all the way out. But because of the way the trees and everything are in there, that completely 100% rules that out. What I saw going from my right to left in this little opening was about from the upper chest to the top of his head, her head, whichever it was. Solid black figure, and moving extremely fast and very smooth. No bouncing up and down or anything like that. It just, kind of a gliding motion. But so we did the recreation this morning, and you know, couldn't use the rangefinder because batteries were dead. Yay! But we paced it out, and the distance was
About 115 yards.
well. Here, hi Wayne.
Aye.
Okay, yeah. So Wayne actually paced it out, and I sent Rob down there, and so he could try and get a height comparison, and my radio switched channels, so I couldn't talk to him on the radio, so we sent Wayne back down there, and what we figure between 8.5 to 9 foot.
Right between 8.5 and 9, yeah. About 8 foot 10,
Yep.
somewhere around in there.
Yep. And was there any possibility that a bird could have flown through there?
There was no avenue for the bird to come through.
Yep.
Completely blocked by brush and trees.
On the right side, it was all blocked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Left was all open, but the right was.
Yep.
Yep. And it came from the right and went to the left.
Yes. No way a bird
Yep.
could come through there.
Now I know, Wayne, you've only been up here one night so far, and last night wasn't a real spectacular night, but just give us a little bit of what you got to experience. Again, it was just a little bit, but
We heard a whoop, heard a rock clack. We saw quite a few twinkle lights. And I've had the tree I was looking at, a branch just got pulled down and let go. No known force. There was no wind. All the other branches and leaves didn't move, and I can't figure that one out. That's for someone above my pay grade to tell me how that happened. But
yeah.
it was only 10 yards away from me. So I got nothing, Rob. I don't know.
Well, and you left something out for him last night.
I did. I left some Cracker Jacks. And I opened the Cracker Jacks because last time I didn't open the Cracker Jacks, so I thought maybe they didn't know what to do with this box. I'm not questioning their intelligence, just they're not us. So the only thing taken off of the table this morning was a box of Cracker Jacks, and it was almost empty. And it was laying on the ground. Now I figured it was laying on the ground because we had some pretty high winds last night, but it didn't get knocked off on the ground and the Cracker Jacks fall out because Cracker Jacks are nowhere to be found. in the area. So the Cracker Jacks are gone. They were eaten by something, and then the box got blown off the table because it doesn't weigh anything. So yeah, they finally ate my Cracker Jacks. They never ate my Oreos last time. So.
Yeah, and I'll kind of step over towards Rob because he's a little farther away, and I don't know how well it's going to pick up. So, all right, Rob, you're in the highlight.
I prefer to talk about the night before.
Okay, yeah,
The night
start from the beginning.
The night before, just about this time, still plenty of light. Me and Kevin sitting here talking just about the world in general. And we both got zapped at the same time, and I jumped at the same time he jumped. And it was like, cool. It was like, we were not expecting it. We were just waiting for the sun to go down and activities to begin, and they jump started it. So that was the start of the night. It wasn't as exciting all the way through the night, but there was we kept seeing some dark shadows on the hill that's right beside us, but my God, they're fast. They're there and they're gone. And later in the evening, me and Kevin was standing up. My back was to this big log, and all of a sudden, I seen Kevin kind of turn his head to the side, like trying to focus on something. And I got my second zap that night, and it was a good one. And I felt like it was a tag, I got you. And I turned around and walked toward it, but whoever did it was gone. But I felt it was just a tag I snuck up on you, and my back was to him, and if it was a paintball game, I'd be out. So very interesting.
Yep. And the women talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Yeah, we're out here. Us three, actually it was us two the one night, and over across the creek, I hear a lady talking, and she's got to be talking to somebody, right? I don't. Call me nuts if you want, but and then you heard it later today. Actually, I think Kevin heard some talking, and I actually heard a little bit of it.
Yep.
When I got up, it was back that way, but what I heard was directly 90 degrees to me, and they were talking. Sounded like a big woman.
Yep.
So.
There's nobody else in this campground.
No, there's no one.
There's only 3 spots in this campground,
Yeah,
and
it's all empty.
it's all empty.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, so we get a lot of action. Right here's the creek, and we get a lot of action coming from across the creek over there.
A lot of clacks the first night we were
Yep.
from across the creek. A lot.
Get a lot of clacks and pops from over there. And this big pine tree right here, that's the one from a previous video where I had a sighting. We get all kinds of movement around back in here.
That's the log that I got zapped from.
Yeah, I had actually, let's see if I can do this. We were standing about right here, and I saw what I believe was a juvenile down on all fours move this way, and that's what I was looking at. And then Rob got zapped, and I told him, go ahead and walk over there. And, he walked over there in normal fashion. The juvenile had backed off. But this hill right here, I know on the video it doesn't seem like it's that steep, but it's all I can do to walk up it. I walked up yesterday kind of zigzagging up this part of the hill, and then I came down this side, and up at the top of it, it was so steep I actually had to sit on my butt and slide down it, and actually slid for about 20-30 feet. Yeah, felt like a little kid again. I was like, woohoo. But so much activity comes from off of this hill back up over in here, and they'll come in real close there and over here. So that's just kind of a pan of this part of the campground. Yeah, they pulled in as soon as I started shooting. But if you can see where that vehicle is, that's the next closest campsite to where we're at. And then probably that same distance, there's another, 2 more campsites. And, you know, it's just a small little place. And, you know, get a lot of crazy activity in here. That's why we call it Crazy Town. But Forest Service friend of mine stopped by today and gave me the great news that the Mogollon Rim is open, and so we've got a pretty good storm getting ready to come through here this coming week. So I won't be up there this coming week, but you know, as soon as things dry up a little bit, I'm going to be back up at Hilltop 91. At least 10 days, maybe longer. You know, because I got to get a lot of time out to hit my goal of 120 days out this year. And so with this, you know, by the end of this trip, I'll have 4 days knocked out and get ready for another 10 to 14. So more videos will be coming. Once again, anybody has questions, you know, please ask them and I'll do my best to answer them. It's a lot easier if you email them to me at my email address, which I'll try to remember to post in the comments on here, but you can find it on the home, you know, on my information on the YouTube page. But it's Arizona Squatch 1, number 1, not the word 1, Arizona Squatch 1 at outlook.com. You email me your questions, I can print them off and bring them with me. It just makes things a little easier for me. So I'll do what I can for you. And once again, you know, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the journey. And I'll just give you a quick pan and we're going to go back to the fire and I'll sign off. Peace out.